guys.
Hi guys, hope you're doing well. So the Pixel 4a 5G and the Pixel 5 5G are officially launched now. But here in India, we still don't have the Pixel 4a. The Pixel 4a will go on sale in India on October 17. So is Pixel 4a worth it? And for the rest of the world, is the Pixel 5 and the Pixel 4a 5G a good deal? We'll discuss that in this video. By the way, if you're new to my channel, do subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified for updates. I make a lot of tech reviews and such videos that would help you to decide your smartphone purchase. And also today we have a special guest with us, Akash from the Limitless Experience. So make sure to check out his channel as well. I'll put the links in the card above and also at the end of the video. So without wasting any further time, let's get started. So hi Akash, how are you doing?
Hi Zed, I am actually doing very fine now.
Now, what had happened before?
Before it was even better, but nowadays what is happening in Chandrapur is it is because of the October heat, it is getting even hotter here.
And we are facing thunderstorms here daily.
Ah,
Still, it's thundering outside. I have to close all my windows just to avoid that noise. So, how is 2020 treating you so far?
2020 has been very harsh for all of the human species actually. It is not treating us well at all. The best thing that has come out of 2020 till now is IPL. That's what I feel. See, my standards have become that low nowadays.
It is something to look forward to.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, same thing.
Yeah.
Something
So,
has haunted our iPads, I guess.
even I think so now.
I think aliens are trying to hack us.
Yeah, I think alien are trying to listen to this conversation live that we are having right now.
They also want to know about the Pixel 5.
Yes, that's the topic of our discussion right now. Pixel 5 and even I think more than humans, aliens are interested in Pixel 5 because of its camera qualities.
So, Akash, did you watch that Google event that just was recently aired?
Yeah, I think that was the shortest Google event that has been happened over from I think since Pixel. After that,
Yeah.
there was no shorter event than this, right? Just 40 minutes event, and they launched quite a few products there. But the main product that was there was Pixel 5 and Pixel 4a 5G. I think Google as a company, as a phone producing company, because they a lot of things, but as a phone company, I think they are trying to establish themselves as a premium mid-range smartphone company.
Right. And I think this would be one of the most boring events of 2020 launch events.
Yeah.
I mean, other events, if you see Apple's event or even the Samsung's event that was held right now. So all these things actually, I mean, we can sometimes relate to whatever they're trying to sell. But Google's event was quite boring. They were just like point to point, just a few couple of small stories, nothing to relate to, and just like we have some product, just this has this thing.
Just take this,
it.
man. Just take it and let's get this over with. We don't want to do it anymore. Actually, I felt like that because last year when Pixel 4 was launched, at that time they had given us one more feature, one more security feature in their phones. That was face scanning, the face recognition
right.
software, and the hardware was also like that. That was the reason it came to India. So actually, in my opinion, they have downgraded themselves from because by going from face recognition to again a fingerprint reader.
Right, yes. And I think, I mean, that was a big experiment that they did with the Project Soli thing. And what do you think about it? Because I don't think many people use it apart from swiping through your playlist or things like that. I don't think that is much application in day-to-day usage. So what do you think about that Project Soli radar chip?
See, first of all, that was the one and only security feature that your device had, that Pixel 4 had, and
Right.
in their disclaimer also in their on their web page, they had mentioned that even if someone holds the phone in front of your face with your eyes closed, it will get unlocked. So that was a faulty feature to have. That was a faulty feature to have, and one of the least secure devices that we had last year
Right.
was Pixel 4. And because of that, India has strict regulations against the radar sensors which we can put in our phones. Because of that, it didn't come to India. And also now coming to Pixel 5, I think if we look at that way, if it is giving us if the price is almost $700, which roughly translates to 52,000.
Yes.
And given that price point, I think Google has done a decent job.
Right. And actually, I actually owned the Pixel 2 XL before, and I used it for almost 2 years. I still have it to this date. And I was actually really, I mean, I was really enjoying using that device because it was really reliable, even though it came with a lot of issues, screen issues and stuff. But I did not face any of those issues. But still, after going from Pixel 2 XL, like the Pixel 3 came, even that was much appreciated. The Pixel
Yes,
3a, the mid-range device that this sold, that was like I mean, one of the most appreciated Pixel devices ever.
yeah,
But
yeah.
then after that, from Pixel 4, when they started experimenting with the Project Soli, I think they were just trying to beat the competition with the face unlock and stuff. So I think that's where they took a very drastic and risky step, and I think they paid a lot for it, because Pixel 4 devices, I mean, now we are not even waiting for the Pixel 5. No, I mean, at least in India, we don't actually care. I mean, when the Pixel 4a will come, Pixel 5a will come, because we know that I mean, there's not much hype for it like other Samsung or iPhone devices.
Yeah, and Pixel 4, what main issue with Pixel 4 was it had that gimmicky feature that you can wave your hand, and it had a radar bubble in which if we dip our hands in that radar bubble and we do certain actions, it will read our actions, and after that it will do the things that we wanted it to do.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was not as practical as the Face ID that we
Actually.
get on iPhones, or the face scanner, or the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner that we get in Samsung phones. The hype for Pixel 5 in India is very less, is very low, and because of that, even I give you my personal experience, that yeah, even I was not even aware that there was a Pixel event going to happen, and I got to know just 10 minutes before the event, because MKBHD tweeted about it.
Right.
Even I was not aware about that. But
Now the Pixel 4a will be launched. I mean, it will go on sale really soon, like on October 17th.
Okay.
So let's talk about the Pixel 4a first, that is coming to India. So let's look at each of the features and let's see if it actually is worth the price that it comes for. It comes for around 25,000 rupees, which is a mid-range segment, like a totally, you can say mid-range, not even upper or lower mid-range,
Yeah.
like exactly the mid-range device. So coming to the first point of Pixel 4a, the design. So what do you think of the design? Because it is a cheap plastic only in one black color. It has a matte finish, right? Yes, but nothing else it has. So for the price of 25,000, what do you think of the design?
the design is, I think, very good.
Yeah.
They have cut some corners as compared to Pixel 4 to Pixel 4a. They have obviously cut some corners to save the price, and it does not have a 90 hertz refresh rate screen. It has a 60 hertz refresh rate screen,
Right.
and it has a single camera, single lens main camera. So
Right.
I think that price is justifiable for that, and it will be a very value buying for the customers, because
Right.
at the end of the day, it is a Pixel phone, and the Pixel phone which preceded it, Pixel 3a and Pixel 3a XL. Pixel 3a was priced in India at around 30,000 rupees,
Hmm.
and it undercuts that Pixel 3a in price.
Right.
So I think if we get a lot of new features and also a lower price than its predecessor, so it will be a win-win situation for Google in India, given if they market it right. If they don't
Right,
market
yes.
it right as much as Samsung or Xiaomi or OnePlus do, then they won't be winning in this country. It's
Actually, yes.
it's the marketing that takes everything. The company
Right.
which markets their product the best, they
Yeah.
they get the biggest piece of the cake.
And we all know how boring Google is when it comes to marketing.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I mentioned this point at the first place.
Right. But I think the fingerprint scanner that is there on the back, it's a very old thing that is there, but I think that is very reliable, and till today, many people actually, rely and count on it because it's still better, especially in today's date when we all are wearing masks
Yeah.
outside. So that back fingerprint scanner is super convenient, I would say.
And it is placed very conveniently. Like you can
Actually,
hold your
yeah.
hold your phone very comfortably, and your the fingerprint scanner, it is placed on the best place where it can be. And also, given that it has an H2H display and a hole punch camera
Hole
cutout,
punch, yeah. Right.
I think the fingerprint sensor placement is very good, and the design overall is also very good.
So moving on to the display, it has a 5.81 inch Full HD plus OLED display.
Yeah.
It has a PPI of 443 PPI. So what do you think about this screen size, 5.81 and that Full HD? Personally, what I think is like that screen size is a perfect screen size that we can say. It's not too big, not too small, and also that it's really a good thing that it is an OLED display, not an LCD display. But that 60 hertz thing is probably a little bummer because many phones, even in that price segment, are coming with a higher refresh rate.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about refresh rates? And do you think that the downgrade from 90 hertz that the Pixel 5 has to the 60 hertz is that a letdown?
First of all, if Pixel 5 comes to India, then it will be a more value buying for Indians. But considering that it won't come to India, assuming that, I don't think it will be of that much a bummer because Indians as consumers, they are not used to using 90 hertz refresh rate display or 120 hertz refresh rate display. There are a very few phones which offer these features, and if those phones are offering these features, then they are priced quite aggressive, not aggressively. They are priced quite high at that price segment.
Right.
The only competition that I see for Pixel 4a is OnePlus Nord, which is also coming at around 25 to 26 rupee or 1000
Right.
rupees.
Exactly.
So only competition that I see is OnePlus Nord, and I think it has got 90 hertz refresh.
It has 90 hertz refresh rate. Yes. That's actually a very good comparison.
And given the popularity, and given the popularity of OnePlus devices in India, we will get to see a very good fight between those two.
Right. Actually.
Because the screen size is perfect. 5.8
Yeah,
inch
it
screen it's perfect. It's perfect for our hands.
And even the OnePlus OS that is there, it comes close to stock Android. So even that is a competition that is there.
Yeah, but the only drawback that OnePlus devices has that they won't get latest Android updates first.
Right.
And they won't have a stock Android as well. And needless to say that there are bloatware applications installed in OnePlus.
Okay, it was reconnecting. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. I forgive you.
So, so moving on to the battery. So it has a 3140 mAh battery. So does this remind you of the iPhone SE 2020?
Yeah, it does. I think iPhone SE 2020 has around 1800 to 1900 mAh battery.
Yes, it is very less. At least as per 2020 standards.
Yeah, but it still is enough to get you through the day. With average usage, not some heavy usage.
Who am I talking to?
You are talking to an Apple sheep. Then there's no actually point in talking there. But still, as far as I am using my iPhones, from the last around 3.5 years, I am using iPhone 7. The same amount of battery is placed in iPhone SE 2020. So I think it will be good. It will last a full day.
Just to mention to our audience, it has an 18-watt fast charging as well. So considering the 60 hertz display, that is also like almost 6 inch. It is not a very big display. So considering that display size and the 60 hertz refresh rate, I think 3000 mAh is more than enough for at least getting through the day. You can't say you will get through the next day, but yeah, it is good enough to get through the day. An 18-watt fast charger, I must say, would come in very handy to and if you're especially if you're on the run. So coming to the storage, it comes with a 128 gigabytes base storage, and also I think it comes with only that storage
Yes,
option,
yes,
right? 128
yes.
gigabytes.
We have only one
But
option.
it right, yeah, but it's good that at least it has 6 gigs of RAM, so that is more than enough, I guess.
But I think Pixel phones don't need that much of RAM
Right,
because the
yeah.
software and the hardware are both managed by Google. Obviously the software will be optimized for Google devices.
So this year, actually, devices are focusing on not very powerful chips. If you see last year's Pixel devices or any Pixel flagship, if you take, they always take the latest Snapdragon processor that is there.
800
But
series processor.
yes, yeah. But this time they decided to go with a lower series. So the Pixel 4a comes with a 730G SoC, which is not that powerful. But I think for the stock Android, I think it will be more than enough. Maybe not for heavy gaming, but for other day-to-day applications, it should be good enough. What do you think on
Yeah.
that?
If we compare Snapdragon 865 to 875G, no, sorry, 765.
730.
Okay, it's
No,
7.
the Pixel 4a comes with 730. Yeah,
Okay, my bad. 730.
I'm also referring this.
I'm not sure what the performance gains are on the Snapdragon. If it is a mid-range smartphone, and it is decently priced at 25,000 rupees, so in my opinion that is enough. That SoC is enough to get you through the day, but to get you through with three or four games of PUBG or COD. Those are the only two games which are being played on daily basis by Indians.
You can't say PUBG anymore. You can't say PUBG anymore.
It is going to get unbanned anywhere. It is going to get unbanned. So
Just say Call of Duty or something to just mention heavy games.
Free Fire,
Assault.
Call of Duty or Free Fire. So I think it will be a decent amount, decent SoC, because anyway at this price range, you won't get a Snapdragon 800 series SoC in any of the devices.
And I think if it has a 730G, then it should be a 5G enabled chip, I guess. So I think Pixel 4a should come with 5G. What do you think?
Yes, but enabling 5G and using 5G when it comes to India, won't it take a
Right.
toll on battery life?
Yes, a lot, and
A toll on
also
battery life.
actually, and I don't think there are any 5G networks to go around with to use them actually. So
Yeah.
it's of no use of enabling them anyways.
Yeah.
And surprise, surprise, it has a headphone jack still in 2020.
Okay. Still in 2020.
And I think the
it
Pixel
is-
5 also has. Yeah,
No, Pixel 5 doesn't have. Pixel 4a 5G has, I think.
4A 5G. Yes, it has.
Yeah. It has.
So if you're still holding on to that 3.5mm headphones that you had, or even that 3.5mm microphone that you use for vlogging and stuff, then I think it's a really good deal. It's one of those very few devices that still has that headphone jack. Now coming to the main topic of Pixel phones, that is the cameras. So the Pixel 4a has a 12 megapixel camera, which is a pretty standard camera, but it comes with an f.17 aperture. So what do you think about that? Usually cameras are now coming with, especially flagship cameras are now coming with f1.8 aperture. So which are very good for low light images. So the Pixel 4a now comes with 1.7. So I think it should be more better for low light. It might not be comparatively like drastically huge difference, but still I think it should be better. So what do you think? I mean, yes, camera is always the best on Pixel phones, but the single camera that is there, what do you think of that?
So let me ask you honestly. You have
Yeah.
been a Pixel user.
Yes.
What was your experience like with regards to camera on Pixel? Well, that was your Pixel to XL. I think.
I still use it today, and I still rely on it sometimes for my thumbnails and stuff because of the post processing that Google offers.
Yeah, so that was the exact answer that I was going to give you. Because Pixel phones are the best in class in every category. I am pretty much sure that the camera on the Pixel 4a will beat the camera on OnePlus 8, OnePlus 8 Pro, Galaxy phones, and
Right.
also in some conditions the iPhone. Because it has only one lens, you won't get to have an option like an ultra wide or a telephoto lens, but still one camera module on a Pixel phone is enough.
Right. Yes. And I think the only way how iPhones can compete with this Pixel camera is by their deep fusion technology.
Yes.
Because they also, I mean, because of the deep fusion technology, iPhone images are really crisp, and so are the Pixel phone's images. But the difference is that the Pixel, I mean, Google's post-processing algorithm actually has a tendency to like oversaturate and I mean over sharpen the images that are there. They do look good on like inanimate objects or but not probably on human subjects.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about about this post-processing algorithm? And have you, I mean, do you think the iPhone's deep fusion is better or the Google's post-processing algorithm?
See, you will get to hear now one of my opinions that I won't repeat anyway. The
Yes.
the image processing on Google phones is the best in class. It doesn't matter what price point you are on or what Google phone you are using. Even if you are using Google Pixel 1, the first Pixel phone, the
Right.
image processing on that will be class apart and will be better than any other phone with a single camera module.
And I am glad I got this on camera from you. Because you might not, I mean,
No,
say this
I am
again,
not going
especially
to
after
repeat
iPhone
it.
12.
No, I am not going to repeat it ever. just to say for this, because it is my honest opinion and that's what I feel.
So the front camera, just to mention, is an f2.0 8 megapixel, which is pretty standard.
Yeah.
Nothing special about it, I would say. But again, that post-processing algorithm comes into picture, so selfies would be great. So as we discussed, like now coming to the main point, that is the price, that is 25,000. I think it's a pretty great deal, especially with the best-in-class camera that Google offers, and also the stock Android experience, the latest software updates that you get right on the first day. Considering all these points, I think the price is justified, and actually it's actually even lower than it used to be. So the Pixel device is no longer an overpriced device. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a very good marketing technique.
Now quickly we'll touch base on the Pixel 4a 5G. So if you don't already know, the Pixel 4a 5G is a little different from the regular Pixel 4a. It has a bigger screen size as well.
Yeah.
So that is something that is there, but majorly it is almost the same. But we'll move on to the major thing that is there, the Pixel 5 now. So sadly, the Pixel 5 again is not coming to India. And the major differences that are there, it is the about the premium feel. It has a new color that they say, the premium. I mean, the cyan color, the green color that is there. I don't know. I think that color is getting very popular now
Yeah.
in many devices.
Yeah.
And also it has a 16 megapixel ultra wide camera, but it strips away the zoom lens that it previously had, the Pixel 4 had. So I mean, why does not Google have three lenses at all? Like other OEMs that are there, they are keeping a minimum of three cameras. They are adding more cameras like macro lenses and stuff, monochrome cameras. But the Google devices are like always just having like at the most two cameras. So what do you think of this? Why does Google does not put the zoom lens and the ultra wide together?
See, in my opinion, those macro and monochrome lenses, 2 megapixel macro lens or a monochrome lens, those are all gimmicky features. Just these Chinese brands put in their phones that अरे वाह हमारे फ़ोन में 4 कैमरा है, हमारा फ़ोन इतना सस्ता है, यू शुड बाय इट. बस ये करने के लिए है. उनकी क्वालिटी इतनी कम होती है कि actually you will be disappointed by looking at the quality of those cameras.
Right, yeah. But I think at least 2 times or 3 times optical zoom lens would have been appreciated, at least in 2020.
You can have digital zoom. You won't have optical
Yes,
zoom
yeah.
as a feature.
But it's still
but you will
not
have
that
digital
as
zoom.
good as optical zoom.
Yeah. Obviously, hardware makes some contribution there.
So moving on to the processor, it comes with a Snapdragon 765G processor. So it is again not one of the most powerful processors around, but still it is more powerful than the Pixel 4a. So I think they have taken a good decision by going with a less powerful chip, because in day-to-day activities you won't need that much of you won't need that much of horsepower. So for even editing stuff, I think it should be great enough.
If Google wants to, its image to change, and if it wants to establish themselves as a premium mid-range smartphone company, so I think it is justifiable, and it is good enough, I think.
And it also have features like wireless charging and reverse wireless charging as well. So all this it will come for the price range of $699 and that is around 51,000 rupees. So usually Pixel phones were very costly, like above 75,000, and but then now what Google has done is now they are launching phones at a lower price than before. So I think this is a good thing, providing so many features, a world-class camera in a reduced price. I think it competes with the OnePlus 8 Pro now, right?
Yeah. Actually, speaking about the wireless charging and the charging capabilities, first, uh, there was an idea, or there is a concept that the wireless charging can only work through a glass back panel, but Google has somehow figured a way to not give a back panel for a Pixel 5. It has an aluminum back, but still it supports wireless charging and reverse wireless charging. So hats off to Google for that.
So when you mentioned about that wireless charging, I think so for Google now hardware isn't that hard anymore.
Yeah.
Like how Sundar said.
The hardware isn't that hard anymore.
Yes. Because they already had that world class software, now they are also putting a good hardware with a reduced price. So coming to the final topic of the day, that is why is Pixel 5 not coming to India? I mean, last year we had that reason like, okay, it has a Project Soli radar chip, so that is not allowed in India. So that's why, I mean, they were not able to sell the Pixel 4 in India. But for as far as I see, the Pixel 5 does not have any such reason to not go with. I mean, there are other phones that come with 5G capabilities that are already launched in India. So why is not the Pixel 5 coming to India? What do you think about that, Akash?
See, I am exactly not sure about what the reason is, but I think Google has, in my opinion, Google has lost its ground in India, which it had prior to the Pixel 4a, and just because Pixel 4a has not come to India, there is some discontinuity that has happened in Indian market, because Indian consumers are hard to please. If you are providing a high range smartphone, they are hard to please.
That's it for today. So thank you, Akash, for coming to our channel and letting your thoughts in, because this means a lot to me. Because I mean, this really adds value to the content that I put there, and this really adds even more ideas to the audience that is watching, and it really helps them also think about these products and have an open mindset and also have more idea like as to what they can expect if I mean at least from like the smartphone or any of the tech products that we talk about. So thank you for coming to my channel.
Thank you, Zaid.
And
appreciate.
And I hope you have a great year ahead.
So,
we'll see you again.
All the best to you too, and
thank you.
Keep calling me for these collaborations, and I'll happily do it always.
Sure. See
Bye.
ya.
Bye.
Bye. Take care.
Peace.
Peace.